Welcome back to horse racing today as we're getting set for Kentucky Downs. We got just a few minutes, probably for the opening race, 4 minutes. Been a little bit of a hectic morning for me this morning. As always, we have some free picks at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description on YouTube. Kindly take advantage of that. Our Smart Sheets explanation for that, as well as the Smart Sheets themselves. You can find them at the description on YouTube. We didn't get a chance to knock out all of the horses today that got scratched because it's been a really crazy morning for me. But nonetheless, we'll get started with race number 1. Terry, the first race is a maiden race, 6.5 furlongs. There's a ton of these races that get started with the 6.5 furlongs today. They do tend to favor some early speed. About 4 out of 10 went wire to wire. Nobody went from the rail. 4 through 7 a fair, 8 and out a bonus. So as we take a look at our Smart Sheets for race number 1, again, some horses not being in there, we do find a lot of first-time starters. So that speed number being 78, everybody's showing pretty much nose except for the 15. So what do you see in the first-timers? Because that's where I would look, Terry, over in here when nobody's won yet.
Yeah. Okay, you need to put it up on the screen there. We can't see it. So there. Okay, yeah, as you can see there's several of these horses that are above 2.5. And a lot of them that have back bullets, so that's pretty good. So it's a good way to kind of look at everything. So,
yeah, another good way to look at everything is the jockeys and trainers, Terry. So who has the best combination in the opener?
Well, to me, the 7's the best jockey, 5 the best trainer, but the 5 has the best trainer-jockey combination.
Yes, indeed, you do see a lot of that. Of the horses that have run already, you do see a couple here with second race partability. You have the 1, the 9, and the 15. So any improvement in their second start could put them above that 78 speed figure, Terry. All right, my friend. So what are we looking at for the picks in the opener today at Kentucky Downs?
Well, I like the 15 Litship. He finished second in her last race, the highest last speed rating, best start speed, is fast among today's starters, and a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Amazing Amanda, 12, finished second in her last race. Breeding suggests she'll like the grass and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Blues Music finished third in her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 29% of the races in the second grass race a horse competes in. And then number 3, Call Me Precious, debut runner, is bred for turf sprints, trained by high percentage winning jockey. Trained by a high percentage winner. And let me say that I'm going to play the very first superfecta because we're going to do superfectas today. I'm going to box a 1, 3, 7, 12, 15.
You're doing superfectas, or we both are? All right. I'm going to do a superfecta then too, Terry. I'm not exactly sure how they work. Again, I'm going to have to do mine on the fly because I didn't get a chance, as I mentioned. Everything is kind of messy this morning. So I think I can go 3 by 4 by 5 by 6. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 15 with 3, 6, 15. Oops, 8 and 15. And then I'll put my rest of my picks in there in just a second. For me in the opener, I like the 15 horse Litship, second race improvement, just missed in its debut. Then the 3, Call Me Precious, top rated first timer. 6, Shane's the Brains. I like names that rhyme. Why not? Another with some of the best works for the first timers. And then Rockin' Robin, another highly rated firster with back bullets. Then I got the 1 and then the 5. So let me just put that in there. 1. Can you double check that for me, Terry, and see how that works out price wise? 3.
Yeah. Okay.
6, 1, 3, 6, 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Oh, no 5. I'm really getting mixed up here. All right, 1, 3, 6, 8, 15, 8 and 15 with 1, 3, 5, 6, 8 and 15. Any idea what that works out to?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm slower than you.
That's all right. It happens. All right. So race number 1, I got to log in to get cracking today. It's been a hectic morning for yours truly. Unfortunately, I wish it would. Some days would just settle down, but they don't seem to do that for me at times. And let's see. Here we go. Log in. Race number 1. They're still kind of milling around. So if we did a 10-cent superfecta with 3 by 4 by 5 by 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
Six.
$7.80.
I have 810.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 810.
810. So yeah, so 810. I can do that in. Looks like there's a late scratch here too in the opening leg here. I don't know who's coming out, but all right. Well, that means if it's $8, I can do one in every race just like that, Terry. So that's the format that I'm going to do. Because again, this morning I didn't really have a chance to get through all that part. Who scratched late here, Terry? Can you tell?
Let's see.
Late scratch number 11.
11, yeah. Number 11.
Neither one of us have the 11. That's not much of an issue. So thankfully, that doesn't factor into what we're doing there as I try to play catch up. All right, so let's go ahead and see the free track today, a guaranteed tip sheet. There is, again, a link in the description below. Today's free track is, if I remember correctly, Canterbury Downs. Yes, indeed, that is the case. Nice little track up in Minnesota. Terry, I know you've been to a lot of places. Have you ever been there?
To Canterbury? No. I'd like to go, but I've never been to that one.
Canterbury Park, not Downs.
Yeah, Canterbury.
Katie Bloom is a best bet on the opening start there. And then over here at horseracingtoday.net, when the show is over, right there, we'll post all of our picks as well as our thoughts. And Benny in the Bet Superfecta Challenge. Keep an eye out for that. Click right there. We'll also put a race replay in there where we'll timestamp every single race. And you can click on that HRT gear button right there. Hook us up. Help us out by getting a Horse Racing Today piece of paraphernalia like the 4 I got on or the 11 Terry has on. And you're going to get 15% off if you order $65 or more. So I'm closing in on that age. That would be nice. I would appreciate that. All right, Terry. So while we wait, let's go back and look at the smart sheets for race number 1. See if there's anything else in here. Well, the 12 horse, if it can get out by itself, would have a good chance. All these other horses in here in the first-time starter status. As Terry pointed out, we have our 3.0 scale. And last week on Thursday, when we had a winner, it's the 9 horse, paid $50. He was the top-rated horse with a back bullet as well, Terry, if you recall.
I do, yeah. It was really impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've hit some nice long shots with that smart sheet. We had that $80 first timer as well not too long ago. All right, so now the field is arriving at the gates. So here we go.
Okay. Well, they made that 15 to 3 to 5 favorites so far.
Yeah, well, it's not surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming off that debut race. I'm just going to do I don't want to do my super. I'm just going to do them as we go along, Theory. It'll make it easier for me to do my super factors as we work our way through the show.
Okay.
And they're going to just follow that same format all the way through. All right, so race number 1, about to get cooking. And let's see how it plays out, if that 15 lives up to the hype. Looks kind of like an overcast day there, Terry. Does that look like that to you too?
Yeah.
I don't see any shadows, so must be no sun in Kentucky. A little bit of cool temperature perhaps there. People with long sleeves on. And this wonderful view of how the race looks like the 5 horse maybe, or the 12 horse got off to a bad start. Yeah, it was the 5 horse. So if you got the 5, you got a lot of ground to make up. The 15 has jumped out to the front. It's got the 10 in there as the horse that's giving it the primary challenge. He's got out there kind of by himself there, Terry. Probably about a length and a half off of everybody else as they make their way around the turn and the bend to come to the home stretch. The 15 is on the lead. You got the 10 horse in there. Epic Lady Luck closing in on there. The 8 horse also in that mix. And Rockin' Robin. Tough to tell though because the way they put things on here. 15, 10, 8, and then the 6 horses in that mix too. Down the stretch they come. They're making their way home. Looks like the horse on that rail right there, he ain't giving up any, Terry. That 10 horse. Couldn't make our Superfecta is a little bit challenging as the 10 horse is continuing to hang in there. The 8 horse has moved its way into second place. Going to need some other horses to run by that 10 horse down the stretch if we're going when the 8 horse has not gotten by the second, as he's gone a little bit wobbly in the legs. Now we know why that 15 was a 3-5. Terry made it look easy, right?
Yeah.
So the 10 horse, Epic Lady Luck. Let's go back and look at this one was actually, look at that, Terry. It was very possible to get that one too, because that 10 horse was a second race par ability type in there at 78.
Yeah.
Let's see, did it have any excuses in its debut race as to why maybe it could have gotten up there? Headed between 316, faded 11, was well bet in that spot too. Jumped out to the front in that last race there, made in $100,000 race. That's a pretty big race. Had 3 pretty solid works in between. So that horse might have been one that you want to take a look at, although Inc. and Lynch so far, they've had a tough go of it at Kentucky Downs. So race number 2, we have a plethora, good word from English, if you remember. It's another 6.5 furlong. It's another maiden race, Terry. And at the bottom of the screen, we have the profile of, oh, that's not it. This is the one I want. 6.5 furlongs. The profile of a winner again there. 40% went wire to wire. Make that 5 out of 11 now on the front, Terry. So front runners do well at this distance at Kentucky Downs. Another race loaded with first-time starters. So 80 being that speed figure. We saw a second race speed figure horse finish first and second. We see another one of those in here today, although I didn't get all of the scratches, so that one might be out.
And that's the 14 is in the second race. No, it's still in there as far as I can tell.
All right, sounds good. So what do you see in the data now?
Okay, well, you can take a look there. And as far as first-time starters, let me take a look here. There's a couple of them that are above that 2.5, actually 3 of them, especially.
Well, I know the 16 is out for sure.
Yeah, the 16 got scratched, yeah. And so did the 15. So anyway, you can take a look there, and there's at least 2 of them that are above the 2.5%. That's at 10 and 11. And nobody really has a lot of any drastic speed data in here. 12 has the best. As far as there's some overlays in here though. The 4 has a nice overlay from 2.5 to 1 to 5 to 1. The 8 has a nice overlay from 14 to 1 to 20 to 1. 9, 14 to 1 to 20 to 1, and the 12 from 9 to 2 to 6 to 1. The best jockey is the 4, and then the best jockey combination is the 4, I think.
So you got a couple of horses in here that have hit par. You got the 4, the 5, and the 12. Par being 80. So those horses have already proven that can get to 80, which is a pretty good important thing. As Terry pointed out, just a couple of them in here that have gone over the 2.5 first-time starter status, and the 14 Graymore showing that ability to get the second race par. We do see the 5 horse in here. The standard, one of those yes horses, does have the biggest in-race advantage at the end of the race. Also top total pace, 5 points. That means about a 1 length, perhaps, potential win if the pluses and the minuses all add up, Terry. So how did you add them all up in race number 2?
I like the 12, finished second in his first 2 starts, has the highest last speed rating, and is teamed with a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 5, the standard, finished third in his first 2 starts. Breeding suggests he'll like the grass, and has a top trainer and jockey. Blinging it back. The 4 finished in the money in 3 races out of 4 career starts. The breeding suggests like the grass, top trainer and jockey, and a solid workout on August 28th at 4 furlongs. And then I like the 14 Graymore. Runner-up is the favorite last out, trained by a high percentage winning trainer who wins 36% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to run again. I'm going to play the Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use the 4, 5, 7, 12, 14 with the 4, 5, 6, 8 with the 1, 9 with the 4, 6, 10. I think I actually put too many in there, so I'm going to take that 7 out.
Yeah, just too many in the first leg.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 7. I just wanted more horses in that first leg, I guess. So
Yeah, well, we always want more horses, right, Terry?
yeah.
I wish that. Go ahead.
I'm playing a superfecta box, as you can see.
Yeah, what's your superfecta box there?
It's 4, 5, 7, 12, 14.
Kentucky Downs crypto codes. 1, 2, you see the crypto codes. Don Johnson. Hey, Don, how are you? Yeah, I was running late today. It's a crazy day. Too much to drink. Nah, I don't drink anymore, unfortunately. I probably should start to drink again. Probably be a good thing. Help the show. Hit that like button. I agree with you. Race 8. Private Ross getting way ahead of the thing. Need that 5 for the daily double. So you got the 15 in there. I'm doing all I can to get that 5 for you in the winner's circle there, my friend. Don Johnson. That one is the standard. 2 good races. The bullet work between starts, trying turf for the first time today. So if the standard likes the grass, it could set the standard and hit the daily double for our good friend, Don Johnson, Miami Vice. Number 4, Bling It Back. It's one of the other yes horses. They must think highly of this character because it ran in a grade 3, still hasn't won a race yet. Tons of regression in its last race, but maybe he lives up to their expectations. Gnome, the 12 horse, first race on grass, last time out. I think if it could repeat that effort, it could be the winner in here today. And then the 11 horse, Just Buy It, top rated first timer, decent workout, big price. You know what? We've seen enough of those hit that we're going to take that one. Number pick 4 for me, 4, 5, 11, 12, 4, 5, and 8. It should say not 5, 4, and 8. I'm sorry, folks, that I put that in backwards, but so be it. 2, 9. 2, 3, 6, and 10, and then my 10-cent superfecta. As I mentioned, I'm going to follow the same script pretty much all day: 3 by 4 by 5 by 6, and maybe change around where the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6s go. But 4, 5, 11, 12, 4, 5, 12, 1, 4, 5, 11, 12, 1, 4, 5, 10, 11, and 12 for me. Race number 3, Terry, I believe is another 6.5 furlong affair. Indeed, it is. Optional claiming for $150,000, Terry. That's your kind of lunch money right there. So once again, in race number 3, speed could matter. We saw it take the title in race number 1, and if it does take the title in race number 3, well, there'll be plenty of them that will vie for that leadership role.
Yeah, you can see there's several have speed, and I think it's in anyone's race to get to that quarter pole first.
Unlike the first races where speed numbers maybe matter a lot, here you see everybody, Terry, has come close to or hit par. The 3 horse within 1 length, within 1 speed point, within 5 speed points for Birdie Rose or 1 length. Par plus, let me explain that right quick. We do 1,000 races where we project the speed figure, and then of that, this is how many times. So time to dazzle, and 535 out of 1,000 of our simulations hit a speed figure of at least, what's that number again? 89. So we know they all can do that in there. Terry, taking a look at some other things, C-Zone, where we look at the early pace, especially in a race full of yeses and par pluses. A lot of times I find the winner coming out of the highest C-Zones. Who's got them, Terry?
Well, the 6 has the best C-Zone in there. As you can see, 88.34%, followed up by that 1 and then the 3.
Yes, indeed. Almost all of them dropping in class here, Terry. But we also can talk about the class of the field from jockeys and trainers.
Well, the 2's got the best jockey, 5 best trainer as far as data goes, but I think the 5 has the best combination of jockey and trainer.
Again, one of the biggest in-race edges we see here is with the 1. It has a little bit more than a 1-length late speed edge. The 4 horse in our time, a pretty big favorite in there, Terry, although it is right in line with the morning line odds. You see any value in there?
Yeah, there's some value. The 1 has value from 9 to 1 to 15 to 1, and the 7's value is from about 7 to 1 to a nice 20 to 1.
So a little bit of value. Top 4 usually produces the winner in the top total pace. So you got the 8, the 5, the 2, and the 1. In the 3rd spot, Terry, who are your top picks?
Well, I like the 5 who finished in the money in 2 races out of 2 starts at Kentucky Downs, so you can handle that track, running 3rd and her last race, and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. In our time, the 4 finished third against stronger competition. Last out, holds the top recent speed rating, drops in class, is trained by a high percentage winning trainer, wins 23% of the sprint races he has a horse competing in. Lots of boxes marked off. And then the 8-time Dazzle drops in class today, tied for the fastest turf speed today with a top trainer and jockey. And then Mischievous Gal, the 6 is my long shot, finishing the money in 7 out of the last 9 starts, winning 5 of those races, and has a top winning trainer. I'm going to bet a superfecta box. Use the 2, 4, 5, 6, 8.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with the 5 horse in here too as my top choice. Auvert. I'm sure that's not how you say that, but Auvert. Yeah, I know is it a French word, right? Anyway, this one's likely to make a pretty big move. And when it makes that big move coming out of that stretch, could build on its Kentucky Downs record where it has a win and a show in 2 starts. In our time, the 4 horse is the simulation and the morning line favorite, drops in class from a grade 3 and could be better today as it makes its, what is this one making, the second start after a layoff? I'm just kind of sure. Second up. I don't know why. I have first up in there in my notes, but I think I just mishit the number. Next on my list is the 8 horse, just like Terry. We got the same 4 horses. All right, that's good. Time to Dazzle. He definitely had his picks up before me today. I can promise you. I was scrambling as we were about to hit that live button. It is our top total pace horse, as I pointed out over here. A lot of those horses find their way to the winning circle. That one's coming down from a grade 2, Terry. And this one's going to show up late at the race with some good late speed. And finally, number 6, Mischievous, or is it Mischievous Girl? I don't know. I'm going to go with Mischievous. That's your potential pace setter. Does have that top C zone in here. So a lot of times you see horses that have a good chance to get to the lead and also pair it up with the by far best C zone. Those horses tend to do very well. And that one's a left arrow horse to boot. So keep an eye on that one potentially going wire to wire. My 10-cent superfecta is 4, 5, 6, 8, 4, 5, 8 with the 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8 with the 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And I think we figured out that's $8.10, Terry. Is that right?
Yeah, but yeah, it is.
All right. So we're doing a superfecta challenge. And if you're new around here, if you're watching on X, make sure you follow us. If you could right now, hit that retweet button so other folks who are looking for Kentucky Downs content might find us today. Race 4, as we continue this belly full of 6.5 furlong races, Terry, this is yet another one. This one is for allowance, 190 grand. Speed again matters. We talked about 4 out of 10, now 5 out of 11 going wire to wire. And our smart sheet says in race number 5, Terry, outside, the Buffalo Girl could be the one that sets the tone early.
Yeah, the 14 should get out there and get to that quarter pull first, although it does have a lot of inside speed that could outbreak. So
last race in its debut, the 10 horse, lots of kisses. We see this for the first time. Speed number 7 points greater than the next closest horse. Also a trio of these horses seeking a win today that have hit that speed figure of 91. That's key. A lot of times in the evening when I go through this, we do find horses that have the yes ending up in the winner circle. See a few first-time starters in here, Terry. None of them over 2.5.
No.
Enough yeses to consider. But look at this 10-horse second race par ability, Terry. Could hit triple digits.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, maybe keep an eye out for that one running in some stakes races. A couple of class droppers. Our race shape tells us most of these horses middle back or starting for the first time. Terry, 10 horse, not only with a 7-point early speed figure edge, 7-point late pace edge, is anybody beating the 10 horse in race number 4?
I like in this race the 1, Ticking Time Blonde, going for second win in a row at Kentucky Downs, and has Frankie Dettoria back in the irons again, has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like the 9, Rocky Joy, finished third in his last race, has paired with a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. It's Bourbon 30. 10 won his last race and has a high percentage winning trainer. Mischief River, the 12, was third in his last start, has the highest recent speed rating. Turf speed is near average winning mark, and the bullet workout on September 4th. I'm going to play another pick four. Superfecta box 1, 6, 9, 10, and 12.
I apologize, folks. I was on race number 5, so I did a little bit preview. Real quick rundown of race 2. 2 horse has a race 4, a 1 length total pace edge. You only got a couple of them in here, the 2 and the 4, which you've been able to top that speed figure of 91. My apologies, folks. A lot of them can do it. Pretty balanced race in here, Mr. Terry. All right.
No wonder I was confused. I thought I got the races mixed up.
Nah, I'm confused, Terry. As I said, I'm just running around trying to get myself together today in this crazy day for me. I'm going to go with the 2 horse GT 500. 1 of 2 yes horses does have that top total pace, top par plus, and also your simulation favorite. The 9 horse Rocky Joy. This one's run on turf 9 times, hit the board in 8 of them. Usually runs well off the bench. The 4 horse Vesture is the other yes horse. According to Barry Meadows in his book, the what is it called? The Skeptical Handicapper, I think. Horses that do increase their speed figure in 3 races in a row, as this one has. 1, 2, 3. You see, that's actually 3 speed figure increases in a row. That's actually only 2, so I got to take that out of there. But does have a chance to be better in the second start after a layoff. Next time you see a horse with 3 speed figure increases in a row, keep an eye on that one. And then finally, the 8 horse comes a time, could have plenty of upside for this guy. Could be better in the second start after a layoff and second start on grass. My 10-cent superfecta is going to go like this. As this is compelling copy. 2, 4, 8, and 9 with 2, 4, and 9. And then 1, 2, 4, 8, and 9 with 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. I hope I got that all right, folks. It adds up to $8.10. Whew. Race 5. I already previewed race 5 according to the smart sheets, Terry. So you know all you need to know about the smart sheets in race number 5.
Yeah.
It's also 6.5 furlongs. That one is an allowance of 190,000 again. All right. In race number 5, last time out, I said, can anybody beat the 10? And will anybody beat the 10, Terry?
Well, I don't think so. I like Lots of Kisses, third in her last race with the highest recent speed rating. She has the best turf speed among today's starters. It's paired with the high percentage winning leading trainer and jockey. Lucy McGee, the 6th, finished in the money in 4 out of the last 5 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Tempting Eve, the 3, was 2nd in their last start, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 18% of the sprints. She has a horse running in and has a high percentage winning jockey. And then the 7, Queen Dancing, is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she'll like the grass, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. She's my long shot. I'm going to bet the superfecta box 2, 3, 6, 7, 10.
All right, and then I am going to go with the 10 horse on top as well. Lots of Kisses, second race improvement. As I mentioned last time out, top last race speed figure plus 7 points. And the godfather of it, Andrew Beyer, says anytime a horse has a 3-point advantage over the rest, you got to take a closer look at that one. Tempting Eve, the 3 horse, better late pace and early fractions in its last start. So good chance for them to be added together here. Rethink, the 2 horse, another that just needs second race improvement today. You see that right there. Number 2, we just did that one. Number 6, Lucy McGee. This one's been really consistent. It is one of those 2 horses that have gotten over par. One of the 3, anyway, that have gotten over par. Did regress a little bit last time. Very consistent. All of the races, the last 5 on turf, have been just the same. So maybe this horse really needs a rest. And then that's it for me on my picks there. My superfectas 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, and 11. How long to race number 2, Terry? Do we have a while?
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes.
No, so we're flying along. Race number 6. That's what we're doing now, right?
Yep.
This I'm all over the place today. Race 6 is another 6.5 furlongs race, Terry. Let me catch up to where we are. Another 6.5 furlongs. You see the profile of a winner spinning down there on the bottom. Again, early speed being a key factor. Again, our smart sheets that we have here that I'm hopefully going to get back into order are available in the YouTube description at Horse Racing Radar TV. Make sure you check that out. You'll get a description and the smart sheets for today. Terry, in race number 6, what do you see as far as early speed? We finally might have one that can get out by itself.
Well, yeah, that 11 horse has a lot of speed compared to all the others, followed up by the 12 and the 10. So,
just the codes are heavily cloaked and interesting me. I might be right on my picks, but I'm reading the codes I think they're going today. I have included non-leading jocks. Yeah, I'm not all. The 14 is out. And which race is the 14 out in, Don? Oh, that one race we talked about, Terry, the 14 is out. Lauren, I'm sorry. I'm all goofed up today. My fault for not hitting the right buttons at the right time. I think I finally collected myself.
Yeah, the 5th race, 14's out. 4th race, 14's out. 5th race, and the 6th race, and the 7th race, and the 8th race.
Do we have to go back and change all that? Do we have 14s anywhere?
I don't.
I think you did have a 14.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Right there. No?
I think you had a 14 in race number
2.
2,
I think, and it's still in.
All right, so we're good to go. All right, race number 6. As we take a look at our smart sheets again, most of these horses probably middle back could favor some speed in here, Terry. Although the 3 horse not really checking off. The 8 horse of the speed horses with the best C zone, 10 and 12. So maybe the 8, but it might not get out to the front, so it could struggle in there a little bit. Horse with the biggest race advantage, perhaps, is the 2 horse Amber Hall. 5-point total pace edge, Terry. It does look like one horse in here, that 11, not only going to get out to the front, perhaps, but looks like the jockey should be comfortable out there at least.
Yeah, Jockey is the best jockey according to the data. The 10 and the 11 are got pretty good trainers, but the 11 is the best jockey trainer combination. So,
all right. So the 2 horse looks like that is who our good friend Lauren Chapp likes. I like the race 2, the 14. Is where Terry had it. All right, yes. So race number 6, Terry, who are your picks and why?
Okay, so in race 6, I like the 9, Did It Dialed. Won the last race, has the highest last speed rating, tied with another, had a high percentage winning trainer, wins 22% of the races the first time on the grass that he has a horse running, and a top jockey. 11, Confront. Won his last race and is paired with a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. After taxes, the 10 finished 3rd in her last 2 races, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Tom Collins, the 8, is my long shot. Placed in the last 3 races with 1 win, and he's trained by a 23% route to sprint winner with horses, and ridden by a leading jockey. Superfecta box 2, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13 for me. I have the 2 horse at the top, Amber Hall as Anmer Hall. Top selection for me, one of 2 yes horses. Top total pace of a length, drops in the 3rd start after a layoff. Number 9, Did It Dialed. Trying turf for the first time, making just its 3rd career start, so plenty of untapped upside potential. After taxes, 3. This is one. Hopefully, I'm right this time around. Let's see if the 10 horse actually does have 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row, or I'm going to shatter whatever little bit of credibility I have left. Let's see, 76, 78, 84. It doesn't have it. What am I doing? This is true, though, Terry. It's only making the 2nd start for the 2nd time of its career. So the only other time it made a 2nd start, it popped pretty nicely in its 2nd race after a layoff. Number 11 is Flavian Pratt and Brad Cox. Every time this horse has hit the track, it's been the heavy favorite. It's its first go today. My superfecta 2, 9, 10, 11, 2, 9, 10, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. All right, Terry. Tomorrow is going to be Belmont at the Big A. If you want to see Belmont at the Big A and hopefully a little bit more structure from yours truly, Terry, what is the best thing that you can do?
Well, subscribe to our YouTube channels and all our different social sites, and then hit the little bell on the YouTube channel. That'll give you notice about 30 minutes before the races start, before we start. And then copy the link, share it with everybody you know, so they can come and check us out. Go to our social sites that are at Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, Blue Skies, Threads, at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up, and keep these comments and picks and helping us out with our mistakes coming, so that we can get some good algorithms.
Yeah, I don't think it's our mistakes. I think that I wholeheartedly own that. Take ownership. All right. Well, maybe I can get back on track in lucky race number 7. It's 1 mile. It's maidens, 2-year-olds. Anything can happen. The par winning speed figure here is 77. So look at that. 777. I guess it means you have to take the 7 horse in here. But take a look at this race, Terry. The 4, the 6, and the 10 have started. They wanted to close. The 11 horse in its race did not finish within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. So all these guys here making a first-time start. Got a couple of maybes in the 4 and in the 10. The 10 being a second race par ability. Other than that, you got a ton of first-time starters, Terry. Only a couple with back bullet works. These are where I would look. Oof, this race could be pretty crazy, Terry, if the 10 horse doesn't win. Because of the 4 horses that have raced already, that's clearly the top choice. All right, Terry, really not a whole lot of other stuff to work on here in race number 7. So let's work on our picks and tell me what you got and why you got it.
Well, I got the 10 Epic Horsepower, second place last start, and has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 4 runner-up as a favorite last time, trained by a high percentage winning trainer who wins 30% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back to run, and paired with a top jockey. Then I like the 6, No Hay Dose, second in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and likes the distance. And then the first time starter, the 2, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm not playing any bets this race.
Oh, this is going to be the best one to do it, Terry, because you don't know who's going to do what. Anything can happen in here.
I know.
Well, the 10 horse Epic Horsepower is the theme of the day to this point anyway. Second race improvement in its debut, just missed by a neck. And our good friend Chris Parmalu says that's his favorite handicapping angle. The 1 horse, this is kind of what I feel about today so far. Whatever. Highly rated first-time starter. Strong rail on that 1 mile and 1 mile turf race where 5 of 15 have gone wire to wire. The full effort, the 4 horse is my next choice. That one's highly favored there by the odds maker. Just missed in its last race, 3rd career start. Good chance for it to bounce back here today because it was a little bit of a regression in round 2. Sometimes you see that with horses early in their career. Good race, come out of the gate, they back up a little bit, but not a lot in the second start, and then they find their true self in race number 3. And then finally, number 4, West of East Texas. That's the 5 horse. That's a long shot in there, Terry. But if we look at West of East Texas, it does have that 2.59 score. I know it's not the top of them, but it also has a back bullet workout. It is a 3 furlonger. So that tells me there's a good chance that they're going to send this one out towards the front. And, well, let's see if he can hang on. My 10-cent superfecta, 14510, 1410, 145 145 7, 8, and 10. How long do we have for race number 2, Terry? We got a minute still or not?
About 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes. All right. Well, it says we have 1 minute.
Okay.
We don't have much time for that. Again, if you like what we do here, when we get it right. Yesterday, we got a couple things right, Terry. I know you hit your best bet yesterday. That was nice.
Yeah.
We had a couple of pick 4s again early on, I think, at Parks.
All 3.
All of them?
Uh-huh. But they didn't pay anything.
Well, what are you going to do? You can get them all, I guess. A lot of winners yesterday, so hopefully, indeed, you cashed some tickets yesterday at Parks. Again, tomorrow, Terry and I will do Belmont at the Big A. We're going to start a little bit early, about probably 11 o'clock Central Time, 12 o'clock noon. I have some more things that I got to clean up, unfortunately. Clean up on Isle Rich's life. And then we'll agree on the 9th and the 6th horse. Okay, good about that. Pass on race number 7 for you. No passing. Passing is not allowed, right? It's like the show. What was that show in the baseball show with Madonna and Kevin Costner? I forget the name of it right now. Where I think they said, no crying for men or something like that. No passing for horse players.
No crying in baseball. So
no crying in baseball, and there's no crying in horse racing. Private
right.
Ross. There's no passing. We're going to go with that instead. All right, so race number 2, they're about to get cooking. Let's see what we got going here in race number 2, Mr. Terry. There are our picks. Also, the beginning of a pick 4. Right now, there's really not a big favorite. The 5 horse at 7-2, Kate taking on the most money. So this race, well, I hope that you hit your daily double, Don Johnson, to get cracking. Hopefully, we can get our pick 4 started with some nice horses in there, Terry, as well. And then I hope that 11 horse wins. But that guy's going off at 39-1.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like the 3, the 4, the 5, the 7, a couple of others in there are your favorites. All right, well, let's see what happens. This should be 4, 5. No, okay, I got it.
I'll tell you what happens. I got rid of the 7, and that's probably the one that's going to win. So.
Well, you know how that's always works, especially when I do it, Terry. When I do it, there's no question that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if they're going to get running. I really can't stand the view at Kentucky Downs when they get started. It's a little too far off, and they're off and they're running, and everybody broke pretty cleanly. It does look like maybe looks like the 8 horse broke poorly, along with the 11. The 2 horse is in that mix too. Looks like the 10 horse is rushing up. The 14 horse, Terry, the one that we thought might be scratched, didn't scratch because it's out there near the front. As they come around that first bend, they make their way down around the turn. The 1 horse on the rail, Sun Chaser, along with the 14 horse. The 7 horse, Terry, yeah, right there, 3-1. You're right. Going to probably screw us all up. Then the 5 horse running in 4th as they flip everything around. 10 horse, a lot of horses all over the joint here, Mr. Terry. The 1 horse at 22-1. The 14 horse out there as well. So for your pick 4, that 14 horse, the 7 horse, you should have left that one in, Terry. The 5 horse looks like it's going to try to take a wide trip, but it does look like right now the horse that's coming the best is the 4 horse. So they do have a hard time making up that ground up the hill. It's going to be tough. It's good. Well, the 14's done, Terry. It's going to be between the 4 and the 7, it looks like.
Come on, 4.
Yeah, it's going to go 4, 7, 3, and 1. 4, 7, 3, and 1. So right. Blink It Back comes home as the winner, and neither one of us. You got the 4.
Yeah.
You didn't have the 3 though.
No.
Super effective. We both had the 4 in our picks. Bling It Back. Let's look at race number 2. Bling It Back should have been the obvious choice for us there, Terry. It was the simulation favorite. We like that. We talked about it being one of the 2 yes horses. We saw that. Pretty strong par plus number in there, too. The second strongest of all. It had the second best C-zone. Nice PC type. And we got 6-1 on that guy, Terry.
All right.
So actually a lot of value according to the smart sheet. So again, the link for the smart sheets is available in the description on YouTube, Horse Racing Radar TV. Go check that out for your own use. Race number 8. Next on our agenda, Terry. Race 8 being 7 furlongs. So let's take a look at race number 8. Let's take a look at the profile of a winner for 7 furlongs. Put that in the screen below in just a second. This is another part that I usually do in pre-show, but didn't have time to do today. So let me edit that. Give you your profile of a winner. Not too many races so far. What you do see is that they've gone 3 times. None have gone wire to wire. Stalkers have done best, Terry. So maybe in race 8, instead of looking at the speed, we look at the horses that can come from off the pace first.
Well, you can take a look there. The 12 has the best chance, followed by the 4, then the 6, and then an 11.
And I think the way this race, and this is race 8, right? Yes, I do think the way this race shapes up, almost most of the field wants to be middle forward. That should favor horses that come from off the pace there, Terry. It looks like there's plenty of speed to boot. We talk a lot about speed figures and horses that have hit them. The speed figure number here, Terry, is 91. A whole bunch of them have hit it. Who's got the best chance to hit it again today?
Well, take a look there, and you can see that several of them are close to that 50%, but I only see, let's see, it looks like the 3 and the 11 has the best chance to either equal or exceed the speed par number today.
Yeah, they're all pretty bunched up in here, though. So a lot of chances for everybody to get into the winner's circle according to that. We see here the 12 horse. Ask them if that one's actually running or not. I'm not positive 100%. Terry, is the 12 horse running in race number 8? Let's take a look real quick. Race 8.
Yep.
The 12 horse is out.
It's out, yes.
So he's not in. So we don't have to worry about that one at all. So, Terry, we can say the 3, the 4, the 7, and 11 have the best total pace numbers in here. Who's got the best chance to win according to Terry Hollywood Hay?
Well, in this race, I like the 9, Pancake House. One of his last 2 races in a row goes for a hat trick, and the trainer and jockey have high win rates. Then I like the 10. It placed in 3 races out of the last 4 starts. The jockey has a high percentage win rate, and he's got a nice workout on September 3rd. And then the 2 has won 2 races out of 3 starts at Kentucky Downs, so he likes the track, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Princetown, the 5 is by Longshot. He's trained by trainer Michael Maker and is ridden by Flavian Pratt. And so I'm going to play the last pick 4. I'm going to use the 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12 with the 8, 9, with the 2, 7, with the 2, 4, 6, 11. I believe that's a $48 ticket. I think I screwed that one up
1,
too.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28. That's 56. So you're going to have to remove somebody from the
I
first
will.
4.
I'll do that. I'll make while you're doing yours. And then I'm playing the Superfecta box, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10.
So the 2 horse, Dominican Pioneer, as you pointed out, Terry, that guy won 2 out of 3 races at Kentucky Downs. So definitely a horse for the course. He'll be one of those that are out front perhaps in there. Terry is a yes horse. He's dropping a little bit in a class with some better fractions last time out. Pentathlon, the 3 horse, top total pace horse in this race. Again, top total pace, a good place to look in there, Terry. Another one that's taking a little bit of a dip in class today. The 9 horse Pancake House just needs to build a little bit off of its last start. And then finally, Princetown. That one, Terry, is a highly consistent yes horse. That just needs a little bit more in there today. My pick 4, 2, 3, 5, 9, 2, 5. That's got to be the 9. That can't be a 14. I don't know why I got a 14 there. I guess, again, some good stuff going on. That could be the 14. Hold on. That's not a – is the 14 in race number 9, Terry? Let's double check. I think when I looked at it at the end, that's not a –
No, the 14's it.
All right. So 2, 5, 14, 2, 7, 2, 4, 9, 11. That's my pick 4. My superfecta, so I'm getting confused between these superfecta and pick 4s. 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Well, hopefully with only 3 races to go, Terry, I can start to get my act together at Kentucky Downs. Again, we're going to go in race number 9, 1 mile on the turf. So let's take a look again at the profile of a winner. 5 of 15 have gone wire to wire. It's good to be middle forward in race number 9. Terry, we also see, come on, just one thing can go right today for me, please, 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 please. Race number 9, Terry, all of the horses have hit par. That tells me that we got basically a 0 for the par score. Yeah, indeed, that's what we got for this race there, Terry. So none of that really matters. So let's talk about who's going to be where as the race goes.
Well, the 1 and 5 have the most speed, and they're real close to one another. They should go head-to-head that quarter pole if they both get good breaks.
Yes, indeed. You see a lot of horses in here, Terry, that showed a bunch of improvement last time out. Our race shape should favor horses that get to the front in this case, Terry, because everybody's middle back. That 5 horse, if it has a good C-zone, it really doesn't. In these races where just about anything can happen, Terry, we take a look at jockeys and trainers. Who's got the best jockey and trainer?
Well, I think the 2 is the best jockey, 9's the best trainer, but I think the 5 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, it could well be the 5 horse in there in that mix as well. We see over here the 14, the 5, the 10, and the 2. Is the 14 still in race number 9? Let's take a look real quick. to make sure that that is the case, is there were some scratches late, and I did try to catch them all in the picks. Yes, the 14 is still in, as is the 5 and the 10. There is no 12 horse, but all right, we're good on the scratches there, Terry. So are we good on some picks here in race number 9?
Well, I like the 9 Army Officer. Won his last race and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey with high win rates. Then I like Green Light, the 8, finished the money in 7 out of 9 career starts, and he won 3 of those. Both his trainer and jockey have high win rates. And then the 3 finished 3rd in his last race, has the highest last race speed rating, tied with another one, and can handle the distance. Then the 2 Big Blue Line, Longshot, ran 2nd in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and has a good 4 furlong workout on August 30th. Superfecta 8-9 with the 2-3-5-7-8-9 with the 2-3-5-7-8-9 with the 2-3-5-7-8-9.
Well, with Quattro Centro. All right, so that's what, 400, I think? Anyway, that one won its last race at Kentucky Downs and took home the top prize every time it's run at this distance, 2 times. So it's a miler, perhaps. Big Blue Line. You know, the train that runs by my house is the Big Blue Line, so why not put it in there? Does have some of the most back class in the field, and Frankie Dettori, on fire at the Foreign Friday track in the United States. General Partner, the 5 horse, Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt, dynamic duo, wherever those 2 go. Going to try grass for the first time, but its dirt record says it should work. And then your top pick, my 4th pick, Army Officer. Its resume says to expect a better performance in the second start after layoff. 259.14, 2514, 257.914, 257.89 in 14 is my superfecta, Terry. I think race number 10 is a stakes race on the day. It is. It's a mile and 5/16, Terry. Tell us all about this race, Terry, because I'd like to talk a little bit more about these big races on the track today.
Oh, okay. So you want to know the information about it, correct?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about it.
All right. So in this race here, we're going to go at a mile and 5/16. So it's a marathon. It's on the turf. It's the Oaks, the Blackwood Dueling Grounds Oaks Invitational Stakes, Grade 3, $2 million purse. And it's for fillies 3-year-olds.
Yeah, it's $2 million. So they run for a lot of money there, Terry. So I want to quickly post the profile of the winner down there for these mile and 15/16 types races. And you'll see that none have gone wire to wire. Closers have done well. It looks like the best positions to be is post 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 of the 5 winners there, 1 from post 8 and out. So in race number 10, Terry, closers do pretty well. Looks like let's talk about those first.
All right. Well, you can see there that the 12, 6, and 2 are the best closers, which very interesting also is the 12 also has a lot of speed compared to some of the others. So,
yeah, it's also a yes horse in there, Terry. Everybody's pretty close in there. So it does have some of the most early speed. Can you pass what you can't catch, Terry? I don't know how that works out in there. The speed figure, pretty low, though, for this kind of, sort of race, 88. That's something we generally see at parks in there. This race shape, again, most of your horses really centered middle back. Should really favor horses that get forward. The 12 is a less arrow horse, Terry. Doesn't have the best C-zone, but plenty of them do. Our top simulation horses, well, we got another one over here, Totally Justified, the 11. The 5-point speed figure edge, Terry. Again, let's talk about some jockey and trainers, and maybe let's highlight a few overlays.
Well, the 4 is the best jockey, the 5 best trainer, but I think that 2 is the best jockey trainer combination. And then the 4 has a really nice overlay from 10-1 to 20-1. The 8's overlay is from about 8-1 to 20-1. 10 has a nice overlay from 3-1 to 12-1, and the 11 has from 8-1 to 15-1.
So let's talk about that real quick and where that comes from. And again, explanation for Smart Sheets. And one of the best tools that I think are out there. I'm a bit biased. I created it, but nonetheless, we do a simulation of 1,000 races. We calculate out who wins, and then from that, we take out the odds. We would calculate the odds. And you'll find a lot of times winners keep coming out either the sim odds group or the top total pace group. And then there's some interesting combinations of data that hit a lot. One being the Andrew Beyer 5-point speed figure edge. All right, Terry, you mentioned in the notes that race number 10 is your best bet. Why is the 7 your best bet of this day?
Well, this horse is very competitive. The 7 has finished in the money in all 7 career starts and won 5 of those races. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Just loves to win. The 2 is my second choice. Has won 3 races out of 4 career starts and has a high percent win rate with both the trainer and the jockey, and a good 4 furlong workout on September 3rd. Running away, the 5 won her last 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick, and the trainer and the jockey have really high win rates. And then Daisy Flyer, the 1, she won her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I only have $4 left, so I'm going to bet it all on the 7 to win.
4 to win on the 7?
Yep.
There you go. $4 left to win on the 7. Hey, don't laugh, folks. The other day, I bet $4 to win on the 3. And it did. So it was, I think, one of my only winning tickets of the day. I'm going to go with the 2-horse Destino de Oro, Destiny of Gold. That one, Terry, gets the top call for me because it won a grade 3 last out. And its resume says it should be at least as good in the second start after a layoff. You pointed about all the success the 7-horse Fiona has, but the grass has really been the key, winning 5 of 7, including a grade 1. Number 1, Daisy Flyer. I think this horse, Terry, might be the scariest in the group because it's been running at shorter distances and just missing. Getting that extra length today could be the difference maker for Daisy Flyer. And then Totally Justified. Well, I think you're totally justified to take a flyer, Terry, with the top last race speed figure, 5 points better than everybody else, and catches Irad Ortiz as its jockey. My superfecta, again, some form of 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 7, 11, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 11, 12, 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, and 12. Which just takes us to the final race of this meet at Kentucky Downs. They're going to go back to a mile, Terry. They're going to go back to maiden races. So let's talk about the profile of a winner real quick. 5 of 15 have gone wire to wire. Strong rail inside and out. Let's talk about speed mattering here, Terry. Where is the speed at?
Well, the 5 has the most speed, followed up by that outside horse 14. So that's what we've got there. Although some other ones have speed too.
Yeah, you see here, it's a maiden race. So I really like when I'm looking at these smart sheets to focus on or the speed number, who hit it, who hasn't. You got the 2, you got the 4. They definitely hit par along with the 9 and the 11. But here's the interesting thing about the 9, Terry. It's making its second start. So it has second race par ability of 98, borderline 100. Again, you can hit that triple digits. You got a good chance. Also ran the top last race speed figure in its debut. 5 points better than the next horse. Some late speed edge in there, Terry. Nobody really wants to be on the lead. Which horse in here is likely to get the best trip?
Well, you can see there that 10 shows the best at 70.24%. So he'll probably have a very comfortable time in this race.
Yes, maybe the 14 in here. Look at that, Terry. If that one is that a misprint, that's got to be a misprint. I hope it scratched the 14. He's not in there, Terry. 30-1 morning line. What the sim odds say, that one should be a lot lower in there, Terry.
Yeah.
Who are your picks in your finale today?
Well, I like the 4 Western Run, finished second and has a high percentage win rate with both the trainer and jockey. Number 11, Swirling Eights, runner-up is a favorite last time, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 24% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again and likes the distance. And the 2 is my third choice, placing the money. 3 of her last 4 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and her best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. And then the 6, she finished third in her only race. She has competed at today's distance and paired with a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me, as of course I have no more money.
Yeah, I got the 9 horse in there as my top choice with that second race par ability. Then I went with the yes horses in there, the 11, the 2, and the 4, because they've proven they can do it with high par plus numbers in there. That's why they all got the nod for me. And then for my superfecta, I am going to go with the 24911, 4911, 246,911, and then I threw that 10 there in the back end, Terry, with that huge sim favorite misprint. It can't be a misprint because we do the math on all that. There's no such things as misprints. All right, folks. Again, tomorrow Terry and I are going to do Belmont at the Big A, and then on Friday, will be Hong Kong Shot 10. Terry, to make sure you can watch and win, hopefully a more structured show, what are the best things you can do?
Well, go ahead and, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell. The bell, if you do that, that bell gives you a notification about all the good programs coming up. And you don't want to miss things like Porn Friday. That's a really good show. And then go ahead and copy the link, share it with everybody you know. Go to our social sites at Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, Blue Skies, Threads at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And keep these comments and picks coming. It really helps us out. We like to see them.
Yeah, and I apologize for the disheveled production of the show today. That's all 1,000% on me. We do have it organized now. Here are our picks for the rest of the day. You see the full card right in there. We do have some wagers in every race. Race number 2 is already underway. Race number 3, the superfecta, 4 superfecta, 5 superfectas, 6 is superfecta, 7 is superfecta, 8 pick 4 and superfecta, 9, 10, and 11 some superfectas, and Terry's best bet in race number 10. $4 to win on the 7. Heavy hitter today for Hollywood Hay, who usually has some deep pockets. Again, free picks today over a guaranteed tip sheet. Go on over there for Canterbury down picks. There's a link in the description on YouTube. Again, a link to the description on how to use our smart picks. Our smart pick sheet for today, that's all at Horse Race, the number 2 day on Horse Racing Radar TV. Too many things to remember. Over on YouTube, if you're watching on X, please head on over there. Follow us if you haven't. Tell your friends. And then right there, we'll post the picks and our thoughts right there on horseracingtoday.net. And there is our shop, 15% off. All right, Terry. Any final words of wisdom from you before we get up and out of here and try to get everything back on track?
Oh, back on track. Yeah. Well, I think we did fine. I think you did all great. You're just so busy. I know. Anyway, just have a great day. Hope you do well if you're playing the Kentucky Downs. I actually really like this track because you can get some pretty nice winners out of it. And go ahead and see us on tomorrow when we go to Belmont at Aqueduct, which is kind of odd, but that's what we're going to do.
Yes, well, kind of odd show today for sure. So, thank you for sharing Hump Day with Hollywood Hay and I today at Downs. No matter what you're doing for the rest of the day, we certainly hope you have God's grace, God's favor. Every single thing you do ends up in
Winner's Circle.
Yes, come on at the Big A. Hopefully, or not.